Hey, my name is Dawson. Welcome back to my channel. And today I thought it would be kind of cool to switch it up and do a review of one of my older projects. I actually have so many projects that I filmed before I started doing YouTube, so I thought this would be a cool way to kind of start sharing some of those here. So let's talk about how I made these butcher block cornhole boards. It was honestly a very easy project to do and it looks incredible. So first thing you got to do is head over to the store and grab a butcher block. You need it to be about 8 feet long, and you could use any wood that you like. I chose acacia wood, and then I also bought a butcher block backsplash, which I'm going to use for the legs. You'll also need to grab 4 gate hinges and then something to protect the wood. I chose a teak oil, but you could honestly probably use a polyurethane or something like that too. Cornhole boards need to be 4 feet long, and so since our board is 8 feet long, I just cut it in half and had 2 perfect size cornhole boards, and then it was time to figure out how to cut the hole. I did a little bit of research, and those are supposed to be 6 inches in diameter, so I actually ended up figuring out that my kitchen bowls were that exact same size, so I just plopped it onto the board 9 inches down from the top, traced that circle, and then I used a drill to put a pilot hole into that circle, and that way I was able to stick my jigsaw blade down in there and then cut out the middle of that hole. My biggest tip about using the jigsaw to cut this is just go really slow. You'll get a much better cut and you'll have less likelihood that you'll get off track and mess up the line. Then I started cutting the legs. The legs need to be 11 inches long, and then one side of the leg needs to be cut straight 90 degrees and the other side needs to be cut 10 degrees at an angle, and that will help you make sure you get that cornhole board set like the perfect angle off the ground. I decided to make mine a little bit fancier by using a round over bit on my router just to kind of smooth over all of the edges of the board because they come just straight. So it's a little hard on your hands, like if you're picking up the board and carrying it around to move. This just makes it so much nicer. After I got everything cut, I worked on sanding and sanding and sanding, and then I wiped on my teak oil and then wiped off any excess. And teak oil is really easy to use, but if I was going to do this again, I think I would use either a satin or like a semi-gloss polyurethane, because right now the teak oil is a little bit more matte, so when you throw the bag onto the board, it doesn't, like if you threw it to the bottom of the board, it doesn't slide up to the hole. And I think if I had used something slipperier like that polyurethane, the bag would then slide a little bit better. So I would do that differently next time. Once you got everything oiled up, it's time to assemble it. I used those gate hinges to connect my legs to that butcher block, and you want to just make sure that you get that 10-degree side of the leg touching the butcher block top. That way you'll get that perfect angle. I like using the gate hinges for the legs because it lets you fold the legs up when you're ready to store it, which saves a lot of space, and it's just a little bit easier to walk around when you're holding it too. I cannot believe how easy this was. It just took me a couple days and they look incredible. I really like the butcher block look. I don't think I've seen many cornhole boards use that before. So the pros are definitely that it's very sturdy and it looks great, but the cons are butcher block is more expensive than plywood, which is what I see a lot of people build this out of, and it's a little bit heavier when you're carrying it around. So let me know what you think in the comments. I loved how this quick and easy project turned out. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe because I'm renovating my entire 1970s home and sharing the journey here on YouTube. Currently working on my kitchen and trying to get things ready to do a backsplash and floating shelf, so that's coming soon. But yeah, make sure to subscribe because I post updates from all my renovations and then also fun, quick and easy little projects like this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you for the next one.